Welcome back, everybody, to our podcast. This week we have the worst things about San Antonio, 35 Corridor, Austin. So we're each going to cover some of that. We want to acknowledge the fact that Willie's not here today, and and
we do have more space.
Yeah. But now we have a little bit more room. But as much as we like the room, we do like our friend Willie, and we expect him to be back next week. Oh, yeah. So we look forward to having him back. But this week we have a special topic. It's a fun week today. We want to talk about the worst things in the area. So let's start off with high to low. Start off with Austin.
I'll give at least one, and maybe we circle back to
Yeah.
another one here. There will be redeeming factors of this. We're not going to just have only things that suck. We will have things that are better next week. Austin, though, there's a lot of great things about Austin. Probably the single worst thing about Austin is a lot of people have moved there, which makes it very congested. And Austin was initially built, it seems, with roads being one lane in either direction. Bunch of people moved there, and they had to take that same road, same width, and throw a split in the middle to make it 2 lanes. So all the roads in Austin are extremely narrow, about as wide as your car exactly, and they're not just straight roads too, they're curvy, and so you'll have people that are flying around a curve, and they'll cross over the double yellow. They'll be over lines, and you're fighting for your life when you're driving through.
So let me ask you this: how do 18-wheelers deal with it?
Are they like
we're just straddling?
No, they. Well, the thing is, there's 18-wheelers won't go on those roads because those are more so like in the neighborhood areas of Austin. But the main roads are like Mopac that goes around the city and things like that, where it's more highway. 18-wheelers are on that. Narrow roads though, buses will go on those, and the buses cover like a lane and a half. Yeah. So if there's a bus, you literally just can't go past them. Like even if they stop, like you're behind. You're just there. So if the bus is in front of you, that's your.
Be prepared.
So you have to give yourself a lot more time to get to where you're going.
Correct. And besides that, the lights last about 5 seconds for left turns.
Oh wow.
On certain ones, not all of them, but the majority around me. If there is more than 5 cars waiting for that light, and you're the 5th, and even sometimes the 4th car, you're not making it.
Oh jeez.
That's awesome. That's my one grievance for the time being, but.
All right, well, I'm going to talk about the 35 corridor, and I'm going to say it's actually the high housing prices. Kind of going off of what you're saying, with so many people moving in, the prices for everything has just gone up, including where you're staying. I know that down here in New Braunfels, it's even a little bit better, because we're looking at $1,400 a month for rent. Whereas I know it's different in other places. In San Antonio, I was actually helping a couple just the other day. They found a trailer that's 2 bed, 2 bath, but tiny space. And remember, it's a trailer, they're single wide, and it's the kind with wheels on it. That one was being rented for $1,000 a month.
Wow.
That is crazy. It's similar in Austin. Like we have average apartment rents like $1,700 there, which is absurd. Yeah, you gotta figure out how to make the
work with the space you got.
Yeah, that's average. So
or live in the outskirts. We got places like I keep on wanting to call it Buda because
Buda.
Is it Buda? Because it's Buda, like the Buddha, but it's like Judah.
Yeah, I have no idea.
Okay, but
tomato.
Buddha, who cares about what those religions think?
It's definitely bear.
I know.
You know, one of the other things, and it's all up and down this area, is that we have very few grocery store options. There's 5 that I think we talked about. There's Walmart, which is everywhere. There's
Trader Joe's.
Trader Joe's, thank you.
Not Joe's Crab Shack.
That is a grocery store, but only if you want one thing.
Indeed.
And then we got Sprouts, and H-E-B is really like that juggernaut down here. Now, granted, we can say H-E-B takes over a lot of space, but they have a lot of good options for people looking to eat healthy. So I will say that about HEB.
Absolutely, yeah.
Some of that too, I don't know if you know this actually, but I used to work at HEB for reference. Before this, what I'm doing now. But they actually vary what they have in each store based on specific location. And so you can go to one store and go 5 miles down the street and it'll have completely different things inside of it, which is interesting. And I don't know necessarily how they do that.
So like here in New Braunfels, they gear it more towards the German ancestry. We got schnitzel! And then you go back into San Antonio and then we got tacos, okay?
Yeah.
That's awesome. I love HEB for that.
It's interesting. Just a kind of side note.
But yeah, I mean, as far as things go, it is a juggernaut. It's gonna have its options. So you're gonna have to call around to the HEBs to find out if they have what you're looking for.
Or you could look online.
Or
you do have an
Use
app.
their app. They do have
Or
their
you
app.
can click on the store and then search items in the store.
You gotta love apps.
I know, it's crazy.
I'm not used to doing the app thing. I still like going to the store and finding out what they have and just kind of learning that way. But no, you guys are right.
My flaw
When
is
do you have time to do that? To just, let me go look and see what HEB has
I'm
here.
a real estate agent. I gotta go to different places for different open houses, and so I just end up in everywhere.
we love it.
All right, what is something else?
I don't like mosquitoes.
Mosquitoes.
They
Yes.
are intense here.
Yes, they are. We have a lot of water in this area,
Mhm.
and mosquitoes grow in still water.
Ugh.
That is the worst part. So planted pots that just don't get moved around or anything, mosquito haven.
And if you like warm weather
Mm-hmm.
all the time,
Yeah.
this is your place to be.
Now that's the good and bad, right?
Yeah.
Because
I
in
don't mind
winter,
being hot this
we're
summer.
never gonna have to shovel snow.
Well, we did once.
Once.
Okay,
One day, one time, 1 year.
We
We
could have
shovel.
just like gone out and like blown on it, put it all down the way.
No.
Throw some
It's-
salt down. I ain't shoveling nothing, I'm throwing salt.
It is.
But the other side of that coin is starting about now in May until October, our temperatures are exceeding 90 degrees every day.
Every day.
Every day. Exceeding 90 degrees. So in 91, 93, up to 115, I think. Have we gotten that high before?
I don't know.
I don't
It's
think
been
so.
hot.
It has been hot. The thing is, I'm from Vegas, so I'm used to that heat, but then the humidity just kills. I mean, we can be at 101 and it'll feel like 115, but there's no recourse for getting cooler again,
Yes.
unless you go indoors.
I will say though, if you're in Texas and you did not start in Texas, as in you came from the north or something, it's not terrible.
No. I can deal with some heat because I can just go inside.
Yes.
Libraries are amazing.
Quite literally.
And then this is the one that for parents that I'll mention, and no one talks about this until you get here, school times. So kids start school at like 7:15 in the morning, which means you're getting up at 5 so you can get out the door at 6:30 so you can get there at 7:15.
Is that like elementary?
Yes,
Middle school?
that's elementary school.
That seems way early.
It is way early.
I know my younger siblings, they're in middle school and high school. I think the time gets pushed back.
Oh, yeah.
the more you
Yeah,
go.
so-
High school, it's like
Where I'm
8 o'clock
from,
or something.
as you got older, the school time started earlier. So the high school kids, they had the 5 a.m. wake up because they could drive themselves. But here it's reversed, where the elementary school kids get the earliest times, and then the high school kids actually start at like 9 a.m.
that's crazy.
That's where I would like to be.
I was starting
I-
at 7:15 in high school.
Right? Yes. No, 100%. That's what I remember. But no, around here, it's
Never.
reversed.
Uno reverse.
The high school kids put the reverse card down. That's right.
I love it.
So, other than that, I think those are the worst things that I can think of regarding being in the 35 corridor between Austin and San
And there's
Antonio.
really not that many. I mean,
No.
it, you know.
As far as bad things go, these are not horrible things. But they are
Texas
things
is
you gotta consider.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And we'll be getting to some of the things that don't suck about Texas next week, which will probably be even a little bit maybe lengthier of an episode compared to this one, or more stuff, simply because I feel like there's more that we like about Texas than we don't like.
Oh yeah,
Clearly,
absolutely.
we're here.
But it is always easy to complain as well.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
we'll see on that, but stay tuned for next week. We'll have that coming up with the best things about Texas. And
In the meantime, make sure you
Like.
comment on the video.
subscribe and share.
There you go. See you next time.